Good morning, everyone. This is Rokalabana Vedavyas from Aeronautical Engineering B section. Today, my topic is about a resonator concept and working principle. Actually, before getting into the topic, what is a resonator? A resonator is a device or system that exhibits resonance or resonant behavior. That is it. It naturally oscillates with great amplitude at some frequencies called resonant frequencies than at other frequencies. The oscillations in a resonator can be either electromagnetic or mechanical, including acoustic. Resonators are used to either generate waves of specific frequencies or to select specific frequencies from a signal. Music instruments are acoustic. Another example is a quartz crystals used in electronic devices such as radio transmitters and quartz watches to produce oscillations of very precise frequencies. A cavity resonator is one in which waves exist in a hollow space inside the device. In electronics and radio, microwave cavities consisting of hollow metal boxes are used in microwave transmitters, receivers, and test equipment to control frequency. In place of the tuned circuits, which are used at low frequencies, acoustic cavity resonators in which sound is produced by air vibrating in cavity with one opening are known as help-hole resonators. A physical system can have as many resonant frequencies as it has degrees of freedom. Each degree of freedom can vibrate as a harmonic oscillator systems with 1 degree of freedom, such as a mass or a spring. Pendulums, balance wheels, and LC tuned circuits have one resonant frequencies. Systems with 2 degrees of freedom, such as coupled pendulums and resonant transformers, can have two resonant frequencies. A crystal lattice composed of n atoms bound together can have n resonant frequencies. As the number of coupled harmonic oscillators grows, the time it takes to transfer energy from one to the next becomes significant. The vibrations in them begin to travel through the coupled harmonic oscillators in waves from one oscillator to the next. The term resonator is most often used for a homogeneous object in which vibrations travel as waves at an approximately constant velocity bouncing back and forth between the sides of the resonator. The material of the resonator through which the waves flow can be viewed as being made of millions of coupled moving parts such as atoms. Therefore, they can have millions of resonant frequencies, although only a few may be used in practical resonators. The oppositely moving waves interfere with each other, and it is resonant frequencies reinforce each other too. Create a pattern of standing waves in the resonator. If the distance between the side is small, the length of a round trip is to cause a cell, the condition for resonance in. And after that, so the frequencies of resonators called normal modes are equally spaced multiples. Harmonics of a lowest frequency is called the fundamental frequency. The above analysis assumes the medium inside the resonator is homogeneous, so the waves travel at very high frequency, a constant speed, and the shape of the resonator is rectilinear. If the resonator is inhomogeneous or has a non-rectilinear shape, like a circular drum head or a cylindrical microwave cavity, the resonant frequencies may not occur at equally spaced multiples of the fundamental frequency. They are then called overtones instead of harmonics. There may be several such series of resonant frequencies in a single resonator corresponding to different modes of vibration. Resonant circuits. An electric circuit composed of discrete components can act as a resonator when both an inductor and capacitor are included. Oscillations are limited by the inclusion of resistance either via a specific resistor component or due to resistance of the inductor windings. Such resonant circuits are also called RLC circuits after the circuit symbols for the components. A distributed parameter resonator has capacitance, inductance, and resistance that cannot be isolated into separate lump capacitors, inductors, or resistors. An example of this much used in filtering is the helical resonator. An inductor consisting of a coil of wire is self-resonant at a certain frequency due to the parasitic capacitance between its turns. This is often an unwanted effect that can cause parasitic oscillations in RF circuits. The self-resonance of inductors is used in a few circuits such as the Tesla coil. Cavity resonators. A cavity resonator is a hollow closed conductor such as a metal box or cavity within a metal block containing electromagnetic waves, radio waves, reflecting back and forth between the cavity's walls. When a source of radio waves at one of the cavity's resonant frequencies is applied, the oppositely moving waves from standing waves and the cavity stores electromagnetic energy. Since the cavity's lowest resonant frequency, the fundamental frequency is that at which the width of the cavity is equal to a half wavelength lambda by 2. Cavity resonators are only used at microwave frequencies and above, where wavelengths are short enough that the cavity is conveniently small in size. Due to the low resistance of their conductive walls, cavity resonators have very high Q factors, that is their bandwidth. The range of frequencies around the resonant frequency at which they will resonate is very narrow. Thus, they can act as narrow bandpass filters, or bandpass filters oscillator. Their resonant frequency can be tuned by moving one of the walls of the cavity in or out, changing its size. These are the block diagram of the cavity magnetron, an illustration of the electric and magnetic field. One possible modes in a cavity resonator, cavity magnetron. Here, when we see L is root 2 lambda by 2, and when we see the graph, it is going E plus or minus 1, and this is the hysteresis curve. The cavity magnetron is a vacuum tube with a filament in the center of an evacuated lobed circular cavity resonator. A perpendicular magnetic field is imposed by a permanent magnet. The magnetic field causes the electrons attracted to the relatively positive outer part of the chamber to spiral outward in a circular path rather than moving directly to this anode spaced about the rim of the chamber or cylindrical cavities. The cavities are open along their length, and so they connect with the common cavity space. As electrons sweep past these openings, they induce a resonant high frequency radio field in the cavity, which in turn causes the electrons to bunch into groups. A portion of this field is extracted with a short antenna that is connected to a waveguide, a metal tube usually of rectangular cross section. The waveguide directs the extracted RF energy to the load, which may be cooking chamber in a microwave oven or a high gain antenna in the case of radar. The klystron, the klystron tube waveguide is a beam tube including at least two aperture cavity resonators. The beam of charged particles passes through the apertures of the resonators, often tunable wave reflection gives in succession. A collector electrode is provided to intercept the beam after passing through the resonators. The first resonator causes bunching of the particle passing through it. The bunched particles travel in a field-free bunching of the particles passing through the burst particles travel in a field-free region where further bunching occurs. Then the burst particles enter the second resonator, giving up their energy to excite it into oscillations. It is a particle accelerator that works in conjunction with a specifically tuned cavity by the configuration of the structures. The reflex klystron is a klystron utilizing only a single aperture cavity resonator through which the beam of charged particles passes first in one direction. A repeller electrode is provided to repel or redirect the beam after passage through the resonator back through the resonator in the other direction and in proper phase to reinforce the oscillation setup in the resonator. RF cavities in the LINIC and the Australian synchrotron are used to accelerate and bunch beams of electrons. The LINIC is the tube passing through the middle of the cavity. Loop gap resonator. The loop gap resonator LGR is made by cutting a narrow slit along the length of conducting tube. The slit has an effective capacitance at the bore of the resonator has an effective inductance. Therefore, the LGR can be modeled as an RLC circuit has a has a resonant frequency that is typically between 200 megahertz and 2 gigahertz. In the absence of radiation losses, the effective resistance of the LGR is determined by the resistivity at electromagnetic spin depth of conductor used to make the resonator. One key advantage of the LGR is that its resonant frequency, its dimensions are small compared to free space wavelength of the electromagnetic fields. Therefore, it is possible to use LGRs to construct a compact and a high Q resonator that operates at relatively low frequencies where cavity resonators would be impractically large. Dielectric resonators. If a piece of material with large dielectric constant is surrounded by a material with much lower dielectric constant, then this abrupt change in dielectric constant can cause confinement of an electromagnetic wave, which leads to a resonator that acts similarly to a cavity transmission line resonator, and afterward mechanical resonator. Mechanical resonators are used in electronic circuits to generate signals of a precise frequency. For example, pi piezoelectric resonators, commonly made from quartz, are used as frequency references. Common designs consist of electrodes attached to a piece of quartz in the shape of a rectangular plate for high frequency applications, or in the shape of a tuning fork for low frequency applications. The high dimensional stability and low temperature coefficient of quartz keeps resonant frequency constant. In addition, the quartz piezoelectric property converts the mechanical vibrations into an oscillating voltage, which is picked up by the attached electrodes. These crystal oscillators are used in quartz clocks and watches to create the clock signal that runs computers and to stabilize the output signal from radio transmitters. Mechanical resonators can also be used to induce a standing wave in other media. For example, a multiple degree of freedom system can be created by imposing a base excitation on a cantilever, cantilever beam. In this case, the standing wave is imposed on the beam. This type of system can be used as a sensor to track changes in frequency or phase of the resonance of the fiber. One application is a measurement device for dimensional metrology. Here, linear resonators versus ring resonators. Linear or standing resonators are made such that the light bounces back and forth between two end mirrors. For continuously circulating, there are always counterproductive waves which interfere with each other to form it. In ring resonators, light can circulate in two different directions. A ring resonator has no end mirrors. So in either case, a resonator may can additional optical elements which are passed in each. These are the main differences between a ring resonator and a linear resonator. Thank you.